Artificial intelligence is everywhere these days, even in our books. Here to talk about the latest addition to his best-selling spy thriller series, The Gray Man, we have author Mark Greaney. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Tell us about your newest book, The Chaos Agent. Where does the Gray Man's adventures take us this time?
Yeah, so this is the 13th book in the series, and you don't have to read all the others to know what's going on here. I drop you right in. It's a standalone novel, and it's about my hero, Court Gentry, who was actually played by Ryan Gosling in the film, people might remember. And in this book, he's trying to lay low, just stay off the grid and out of trouble, but he's targeted by this group of people who are also going around the world targeting the world's leaders of artificial intelligence and robotics. So that starts him on a big kind of globe-trotting cat and mouse chase to figure out who's behind all this. And he realizes there's a revolutionary new AI weapon that's going to revolutionize warfare. So he's got to get to the bottom of that.
And as you stated, this is the 13th book in the Gray Man series, and you yourself have done extensive research by being trained in countless disciplines around the world. So how does that knowledge influence your writing?
Oh, it's an important part of my writing. I like to get on the ground. I went to Guatemala and Mexico to research this book. I've read hundreds of, I read dozens of books and magazines and government and think tank publications about AI, just so I could learn more about it to work it into the story. It's a spy novel. It's not all about technology, and it's not science fiction at all. Everything that happens in here is emerging technology or existing technology already.
And what made you, one, want to focus on AI for this novel, and how did you tackle it in The Chaos Agent?
Well, I got my initial idea. I'm always looking for something to write about. After 13 books, you know, Russia's the bad guy or China's the bad guy, and after a while you're like, okay, who's someone interesting or different? And I'm looking at sort of those tech bro billionaires. They have these very sophisticated AI labs around the world. Elon Musk is talking about putting a computer chip in everybody's brain. And I think, well, there's an idea there. So I started with that, and then I just started doing all the research. And the deeper I dug into it and learned about lethal autonomous weapons, which is a fancy way of saying killer robots, and how close we are to having those actually in the field, then I crafted my story out of that.
And The Gray Man has also been released as a successful and, as you said, star-studded film adaptation that was released on Netflix 2 years ago, featuring, as you said, Ryan Gosling, as well as Chris Evans and Ana de Armas. So tell us about the experience of what it was like to see your work on the big screen.
Well, I never thought it would happen. The Gray Man was my first published novel, and I didn't get published till I was 42, and it came out in 2009, and I was just happy to have this little paperback with my name on it. But pretty quickly it got optioned in Hollywood, and it got really close to being made with Brad Pitt and again with Charlize Theron, and it just kept sort of bouncing around. And then the Russo brothers, the directors of several of the Marvel films, took the helm. They wrote the script, and Ryan Gosling signed on. So when I was there at the premiere in LA, I was like, I'm the one person here that never thought this would happen.
And the Russo brothers are Northeast Ohio natives, so that's always exciting to hear. So tell us, are there any talks of potential sequels in the works?
Yeah, they've already written the second script, and I think it's, they're planning on doing it. They haven't released a date or anything yet. So when I found out about the first one, I learned about it online just like everybody else. So it'll probably be the same this time.
Well, where can we go to pick up a copy of The Chaos Agent and keep up with whatever else you're working on?
Well, you can go to any bookstore or Amazon. I'm for sale everywhere, and I hope people will check it out. I also have a website. It's my name, Mark Greaney, Greaney, books.com, and you can find out more about me there.
Well, we can't to see what thrilling works you have for us next. Thank you so much for joining us, Mark.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.